Morgan in Florida said, as the US real estate market cools, I'm wondering whether I should jump in today's market quickly or wait for a rebound. And if I do decide to outlast this downturn, how long might my wait be? What types of assets should I stay away from?
Okay, so, all right. So yes, the US market is cooling off because that's the goal of the Federal Reserve, and they're going to do what they want anyway. And the government is in control because it's policy driven, not market driven, and we understand that game. So I think the next 12 to 14 months, if you're asking me my prediction, 12 to 14 months, it's going to be, you're going to find a lot of motivated sellers. So you need to focus on an area, focus on a type, understand the values, because it's not the price, it's the value. I can pay full asking price, but I'm adding so much value, it doesn't matter. But I always try to work the best possible terms with the banks, with the sellers. Terms meaning, can I keep some of the money and invest it in the property, and then I can exercise an option? Can I actually pay you this right now and this later? If I'm selling, I'm trying to make it easier for somebody to take a building from me. I'm selling right now a property, and the people were talking, and I said to them, you want me to carry the financing for 5 years? I'll do that, but you pay me a little bit more on the interest. You pay me a little bit more upfront. I'm willing to carry the note for 5, plus 1 more year for 1% and 1 more year for 1%. They love it because they need as much time as possible. But for me, I got what I wanted. I make it easy for them to get in. I get out, and I'm ahead of the game. Everybody's happy. So it's hard to say what these to stay away from, because sometimes I used to think just buying a land is very bad. But if you bought a land for pennies on the dollars and the area needs more absorption, like there is need for development, you may be able to buy the land and you don't have to do the work. You can find a developer who is now in this market trying to work with somebody without buying the land, work a partnership, a joint venture, whereby they actually have an option to buy the land from you. You cooperate in giving them the entitlement and all this, whatever you need to sign. And once they build, they can exercise their option when they sell. So you're only limited by your knowledge, your communication skills, and your creativity. So you got to have the knowledge. These are the calls where I try to give you some knowledge of what's going on and how to structure things. So as you find these out there, Morgan, Florida is an amazing state. It still have the biggest influx of in-migration than any other state, followed by Texas and another state I was just looking at. They have it's 1.9 million, I think, people went there versus Texas 1.6. And so it's just amazing. So find a deal, put it for us here next month, and say, hey guys, what do you think? And I'll give you my opinion, and we'll see. But there are no specific assets to stay away from. Now, what assets do I like? Assets that are gonna cash flow right away. A lot better than doing rehab and selling if you are new in this or if you're scared. I do rehab and selling luxury millions of dollars because I have it like a cookie cutter now. Very hard to compete with me because I've been doing it for years. So even if we get delayed a little bit, we're doing so many at the same time, we come out okay. Thank God, we've been doing it for so long. But having properties that cash flow or cash flow soon enough or can cash flow more than what you're buying them could just really help you a great deal. And having motivated sellers right now and being able to talk to them and propose things as you learn some creativity here, make it happen. Sometimes you talk a little bit, then sleep on it and come back and ask them some more. What if we do it this way? What if we do it that way? And there is no substitute to talking to somebody on Zoom or face-to-face, because you want to see their facial reactions. You want to hear their voice intonations. And it can really help the deal work out. Yesterday I was on a call, and we went on Zoom, and the guy apparently had an operation in his eyes, so his screen was dark. He says, I'm sorry, I can't show my face. I just had an operation in my eyes. But his voice intonation meant a lot to me when he said, Sharif, what I send you in writing is what I propose. I'm sure you want to counter, so why don't we do it all in writing? Let's make it happen. That flexibility in his voice intonation was completely different than seeing the thing. Here's what we would like to do. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, wow, this guy's too rigid. I said, can we get on a call? I'm available for the next 2 hours. Well, he got on the call and his voice intonation showed me he's flexible. What a world of difference than just dealing with papers back and forth. So make the deals happen. You can take a good deal, make it great, but be very careful how you're going to get there. Good.